Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Kingdoms of Amalur livestream playthrough. It has been, I think, around 4 months since I last recorded. Let's see if I can remember how to play the game. I think I'll actually need a minute or two to remember all of the controls and just generally how the game works and all the rest of it. I have only done 2 recordings prior to this one, if I'm remembering that correctly. And, yeah, what that essentially means is that the way in which I'm supposed to play the game hasn't exactly been drilled into my mind from extended play before this point, so yeah, it might take me a little bit of time to get used to this. At any rate, I do have a confession to make, and that relates to failure on my part. Those of you who are familiar with this game will probably have been ripping your hair out at the decision that I took to become an acolyte, or in other words, to focus on magic for my stats in this game. The reason why I decided to do that initially was because, well, pretty much initially and going forward from there, was because I expected to enjoy the game the most by using magic, not due to any degree of effectiveness when it comes to the magic stat and, you know, staves and scepters or whatever else you can use that is related to magic. I don't remember clearly. But, you know, it's not so much about the effectiveness, it's about how it feels to play, the enjoyment level, things like that. The idea of it appealed to me more than swinging a weapon around. I was informed by one of my more avid viewers by the name of Aldison. In the comment section of the previous recording, I do remember this, he essentially posted the comment around the time that video came out, and I kept it in the back of my mind for the next time I recorded. Ended up being a number of months, for various reasons. You know, my attention was invested elsewhere. But the comment that he made, to paraphrase, was that to use this build, you know, a magic build effectively, is to play the game in ultra easy mode. And there are 2 problems with that. The first problem is that I don't want to be playing any video game in a super easy mode. There needs to be a healthy balance between having a bit of a challenge and also being able to enjoy the game. So I don't want crushing difficulty, because then it will be hard to actually enjoy the more meaningful aspects of the game, because I'll be too busy sitting there being pummeled into the ground. There's not much enjoyment to be had there. That's the sort of thing that you work your way up to and slowly get used to over time, but it's never ideal to experience that for your first proper playthrough of a video game, unless that is specifically how you like to play video games. But yeah, that's definitely not how I like to play video games, and I would never suggest any person to try and play like that. Furthermore, in other words, the second issue, outside of just wanting a more balanced experience with a video game when I'm playing it, is that this game is already crushingly simple and easy and basic and uninspired, and just there's not much going on. There's not much detail to it. I suppose there's more detail to it than what I had initially expected. Those of you who watched the first recording will know, also, I guess the start of the second recording, will know that I was genuinely surprised by the amount of detail that was in the game. But on a fundamental level, it's still less detailed than what I'm used to and what I usually enjoy. So there's that aspect, and then there's also the fact that the game is just generally easy. So if I'm going to use or if I'm going to employ a style of play that is already going to add, or rather reduce levels of difficulty, add levels of simplicity to the experience, that is going to become a truly boring experience for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can possibly recover my build. I am an acolyte, as you can see. Adelina the Acolyte, which is some rather lovely alliteration that I wasn't intending on going for, but yeah. Well, yes, some people do say the same thing about Dark Souls, and it's entirely correct. That's a long explanation, and I don't really want to get on that now while I'm playing this game. But no, it's a worthy thing to mention. I wouldn't recommend people use magic for their first time playing through a Souls game, because it does simplify things in a way that I think detracts from a first-time experience. But you see, I'm avoiding magic here, or I'm about to avoid magic, simply because the game's already very easy, so I don't want to simplify it any more than it already is, or has been, by the game developers themselves. What I was going to say was that you can see that I'm, you know, an acolyte. That is my title, that is my class. Does that mean that I really do have to focus on magic? Do I have no choice at this stage? Because even if I don't have a choice, I think I'm going to pursue something that's not magic, even if my class is designed around magic. That would be a form of challenge, I suppose, that may make the game a little more exciting. I really don't know what to expect with that. I'm not so worried about having already allocated points from leveling up to magic-based skills. I can live without that. I can live with having wasted those points. But to be honest, if I am forced to, based on the way the game is designed, focus on magic-based skills because I'm an acolyte, that's going to get really awkward. So, yeah, I would not... Apparently I lagged a little. Caveinator... Yeah, it hasn't updated on your NP, Barry. You obviously opened the stream, unless I didn't save it. Did I not save it? I didn't save it. Whoops. If you refresh the stream, it will now come up. That's kind of annoying. I don't especially want people to find this live stream who are wanting to watch Kingdoms of Amalur anyway, because if you're in the year of 2023, I nearly said 2022, if you're in the year of 2023, and you are on Twitch looking to see Kingdoms of Amalur, you probably really like the game. I really don't like the game, so there you go. But anyway, Caveinator, I don't know if I would trust you to... Like, when you tell me that my stream has lagged a little, I don't know if I would trust you on that, but... I don't know, you've been around for a few years now, so you've probably grown up a little bit, so that's good. Maybe I can trust you a little more. I do like that you're still around, by the way, that's kind of nice. Feel free to, you know... No, I'm not going to say that. Doesn't matter. It's because I'm not a good influence. That might be a hint. Anyway, we're going to look at abilities. Yeah. So, sorcery. I suppose this number here is an indication of my investments thus far. Either that, or it's indicative of the bonus that I get for being an acolyte. If it sounds like I'm really uncertain as to what the situation is with my build, it's because I am entirely uncertain. I've got no idea what the fuck is going on. I haven't really invested much. Like, I haven't invested enough to get to 7 based on, like that would not indicate the number of points invested. By the looks of it, it's 3? No, not even that, just 2. Assuming they all start at 1. Oh, no, that's not correct, actually. They start at 0, I think. So yeah, that is actually the number of total points invested, which, okay, thankfully. Sorry guys, I'm trying to adjust my boom stand here. It's moving on its own, which is not a huge issue. Yeah, it's probably okay, I'll just do that. What do you mean, says Kevin. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, mate. Yeah, there's various reasons why I'm having to constantly make adjustments to my microphone. Do forgive me. I'm trying to put it in a position where it's comfortable, and I've had to change it slightly because I've pulled the webcam back a little bit. I want the webcam to be a little further from me. And, yeah, anyway, it doesn't especially matter. So, what's the, what's the way forward? What I need to see is whether or not I'm an acolyte, and therefore, if I were to now upgrade might and finesse exclusively and just totally ignore sorcery, would that actually... Oh, hold on. Are chakrams super easy? I do like chakrams. I don't know what to think now. Chakrams are magic based, so... what do I do? Do I create a build that's just an all-rounder? A jack of all trades, master of none. Sort of weak in everything, but good enough to actually be able to use everything to some level of effect? Well, at any rate, we're not going to be focusing on sorcery for much longer, so I think what I'll do... Apparently I've got Longsword Mastery to level 1, which is better than level 0, so I might find a longsword to use. I may have to reconsider my armor set, because I'm assuming that it will boost the damage of magic-based attacks. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's all sorcery focused. So... oh, brilliant. That'll be right. We've encountered this before. I can't pause my playback on Twitch on my mobile device, which is precisely what I'm looking for in my experience with Twitch on my mobile device. Remember guys, it's like a 4.6 out of 5 on the Google Play Store. Oh. No way. Okay, let's again reevaluate the armor set. So we've got pretty much an entire focus on sorcery. We've got might increased by 1. I mean, we're looking at requirements here. That's probably my mistake. We're looking at requirements, sorcery 1. I should instead look at what it will benefit. But obviously if it's going to require sorcery but no might nor finesse, it's probably going to be boosting sorcery related stats anyway, so... yeah, alright. Let's look around, shall we? Yeah, you can see that we're going to get much better defense if we start changing to other things. Alright, we'll equip the Guardian Helm. Is there any weight stat here? I don't think there is, so I can basically just equip whatever the hell I want and not worry about it weighing me down. So that has a requirement of 3 might. We do not have 3 might. This is all more or less starting stuff because we have 7 sorcery at the moment, if you'll recall. And most of this stuff only requires 1 point in whatever school of whatever the fuck. Oh, lovely. That was precisely what I was looking to do with my character. Strip her naked. I'm just going to create a balanced loadout. A somewhat balanced loadout. Ugh. Yeah, well, we'll go with critical hit damage again. This should be fine. We've basically removed all boosts to magic, because again, we're not going to use magic at all. My hope is that I actually have a longsword to use. I'm sure I do. Yeah, here we go. The Beast. That's a good name for a longsword. That it doesn't fucking... oh, here we go. There's our preview. The Beast in question, I suppose, is the hilt of the sword. Look at that face. Like a demon. Seems like a goat demon. Has what appear to be goat ears, but I might be interpreting that wrong. They could just be horns coming off the temple of the skull. So we do have great swords, hammers, slow-moving, obviously strength-focused, or I suppose might-focused weapons as well. I'm not too sure how I feel at the moment. Longsword is probably going to be a bit basic, a bit uninspired, if it's anything like Monster Hunter. What's this? The Field. What the fuck is this? It's a scepter. Well, I don't want that. I mean, maybe I could have that in... well, how about the chakrams or chakrams? Basically, I haven't actually increased my chakram mastery to any decent level. I think it's still sitting on 0, but that's alright. Oh, fucking hell, that's right. I meant to actually reload my game, but I can't anymore. Basically, I got accosted by all these enemies just out of nowhere, and it was not what I was looking for. I was logging in, still getting the recording set up, and what the fuck was that? I did not intend to activate whatever I just activated. Like I said, I barely know what I'm doing. You're apparently a friendly person, so I'm going to stop swinging my sword at you. But like I said, there is going to be a period of time where I'm getting used to playing the game again, so... oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to use my consumables when I'm actually in combat. I don't think they are to be used here. Let's look at my inventory, consumables. Or can I just use them in here? I really don't know at this stage. I'm going to waste a minor healing potion. That seems to have affected me positively. Affected me positively, if I can speak. Hello. I've already spoken to you. I think you gave me my current quest. I no longer wish to converse. I did when I, prompted you to stand up. But, yeah, I've since changed my mind. I apologize for wasting your time. Birch Flame Rod is not of interest to me whatsoever. I think the game, because I downloaded the DLC, gave me some really strong weapons. So I think for the first, let's say for the early game, I'm probably going to be getting drops on the ground that are far inferior to this stuff in my inventory. Some of this I did actually legitimately acquire. I think the static hammer is one such example. All this purple stuff, on the other hand, I think was just given to me automatically, so... Yeah, not that I really need that, but I don't have any other longswords, and this is the one weapon type that is might focused that I actually have a point of mastery in, so this is what I'm going to use. It feels better than just using something that I have 0 mastery in. We're going to manually save the game. Oh, that's right, I have to fucking double-click to make my selections here. You can tell that whoever designed this for mouse and keyboard just had no fucking idea how to design a game for mouse and keyboard. Because why on earth would I need to double-click something? What does this stone do again? Who's talking? Sorry, who's talking? It's not my character, so who is going on about something? For God's sake. I'm closing something. I'm closing my browser window. See, you are having quite an involved conversation with yourself, and it's bothering me because I don't know where you are, and I don't know if you're intending to talk to me, or if you're just talking to yourself. It's entirely unknown to me at this stage. Okay, so we've got a 10% chance to just auto-pick this lock, apparently. This woman is still talking! Shut the fuck up! Alright, so how does the lockpicking work again? What button am I pressing? Oh, it's that button. Oh, instant break. Yeah, I'm done. Or I could force it. Force it. It will only use a pick, so... Yeah, fuck off. I'm not really interested in lockpicking. Neither in-game nor in real life. Why is my stamina bar so low? You can see it actually maxes out at about 2/3 the length of the bar that you can see there. Not sure what that's about. I don't know if I'm suffering from a debuff or what, but... I would imagine that if you're going to show the bar as long as it is, So for example, my purple bar with the, bolt running through it, or whatever that happens to be visually, or what it's intended to represent, you can see that that's a little longer than all of my other bars. So that's the way it should look, that's the way it should increase in length. Whereas you can see my stamina, for some reason, has been limited within the actual space that's already been allocated on that object. So, again, don't know what that's about. I'm sure we'll find out as time passes. I'm going to mention something that I mention all the time, or at least something that I have been mentioning repeatedly in recent recordings, but it is fucking hot right now. It is really hot. I'm sitting here, and it feels as if it is a sauna. Like, I could just as well be sitting in a sauna. So, if I do appear in any way flushed or like I'm overheating, it's probably because I am. I'm not going to make mention of it again, but it is something I want to mention at least once. So, yeah. Oh yeah, so I prompted A-Gaming to play this game again by recording it. However many months ago that was. And apparently he finished it just last week, so, yeah. Don't give me fucking Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is an entirely illegitimate measurement of temperature, so if you want to give me the real temperature, then that would be great. Now, I do want to make sure that the quest that we have selected here as the quest to pursue is actually what we want. So, we've got... Oh, that's right. I suppose I wanted to do some side quests. We've got building bridges. Now, I don't know if this is for the woman who was talking to herself or perhaps was talking to me just before, but it is true that I want to focus on some side quests. I think I would have made it quite clear in the previous recording, and if not that one, then the one that preceded that one, that I have no intention of doing 100% of this game. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to entirely avoid side quests. Side quests are probably a good way to, I don't know, experience just how unfinished and rushed this game was. Maybe not rushed, I guess how rough around the edges anything that's not the main quests is. I think we've already done a few side quests so far, or at least one, that are pretty bad. Like, you sort of sit there and shudder at just how awkward they are. And I suppose that's really the only reason why I'm playing this game. That's what I was expecting when I first considered playing this game, and then I was like, oh, this game's actually not as bad as I thought. And then I remembered why I stopped playing this game when it came out, after maybe, I don't know, 10 hours. But, yeah. We're currently seeking to continue, or begin, I suppose, the Building Bridges side quest. The actual details are find a greater healing potion, and then speak to Aerie the Fae. The description is, to save the injured Fae, I have to acquire a greater healing potion to restore her health. I can obtain a recipe and gather regents to make the potion, or I could find a way to buy or steal a vial from another source. Okay. I don't know if I want to go around stealing things, but I suppose that would be one way to make it more fun. Map. M for map? Oh no, it's not M for map. That would just make too much sense, wouldn't it? It's tab for map, whatever. I'm sure I could change that in key bindings, but whatever. Let's head over to what I would assume to be a merchant who's selling greater healing potions. I think it was mentioned that I can... Oh no, that's right, I need to get a recipe and then gather the regents myself. Fine, I don't mind. Jump down with the action button. That was an entirely dramatic, or an entirely overly dramatic animation, considering that I just really should be lowering myself down rather than jumping high into the air when I'm already going to be falling a great distance from where I was standing. Alright. Can I do a charge attack? Like, I think I can hold the attack. No, I can't hold the attack button and do a stronger attack. Hello, Red Legion Bandit. Take this. I think you can target people in this game, can't you? At the moment, I'm just freely swinging. If I can target, do let me know. I don't know if there is such a button, but it would make sense if there were such a button and such a system for combat. Oh, yeah, 5 Celsius is pretty cold. I wish it were 5 Celsius where I am. Or in civilized terms, 5 degrees. Remember when people used to say centigrade? Oh my god. I've actually heard some people say centigrade. Somewhat recently. No, I think I heard it once recently, and then I just, you know, fell backwards through a time warp or something. Centigrade, what the fuck? Anyway. So, yeah, we're heading down here to wherever this is. We're currently in Dalentarth, or Dalentarth. That last half of the word Tarth is so awkward. Tarth, Dalentarth. It's just, ugh. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Alright. Dragon Age 1 and 2 robbed me of this game. What do you mean? You were spending more time playing those two games than playing this one? I have a distinct feeling that those two would have been better games to play anyway. Alright. So apparently there's a recipe over here at this residence. Golden Age Alchemy. Okay. Welcome to Cohort!
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy?
No.
Have you noticed any blood?
Well, I do feel a little nauseous.
I've been noticing the symptoms everywhere. No.
It's entirely self-induced though,
Any worse? If they're
because it was my choice to play this game today.
staring death in the face, what have I...
Just making sure that the volume of the game is okay. I would like it to be a little louder actually. I set the volume of the game to a level that is appropriate for combat volume. But I think it's important that you guys can actually hear the characters when they speak clearly. I think that would enhance the experience for you. So I'll raise the volume of the game a little bit, and then, yeah. If it's too loud, please let me know. I need a healing potion.
I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm happy to engage you in further conversation to ascertain whether or not you are bullshitting me to my face, or if you've actually got a lot on your plate that needs to be addressed at once. I know precisely what's going to happen when we cease this dialogue. You're going to be standing still staring at me, because you've got nothing to do. So, anyway.
Questions when you could never understand the answers. It's clear your prowess is not with wit, but with a weapon.
Yeah.
You must know something of
You don't know the first thing about me.
an alchemical formula that if released
And you don't strike me as an intellectual, love.
station. I see its symptoms everywhere. Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well.
Okay. I didn't really absorb any of that because I really don't care what's going on, but what is the formula? I'll help you, I can't right now. So what's happening? Is she going to give it to me, or do I have to fulfill some sort of requirement to even receive the formula, which will not even be the end of the quest? That's just so that I can go and gather the shit myself. So why don't I just beat her into a state of near death and then take the formula from her? Or in fact, ransack her whole premises and find the fucking greater healing potion. In fact, if you recall, we were perhaps not encouraged to steal it, but it was offered as an option. So maybe I could do that. Well, seeing as though you can't fucking look for the greater healing potion right now, which I would have happily paid for, I can't fucking help you right now.
Convince you otherwise.
Oh. Really? What's in your shop? Are you for real? I suppose they just want to make it excessively expensive, but whatever happened to her needing to find one, but she didn't have the time to find one? What does that mean? Does that mean that she was willing to give me one, but she didn't have the time to find one, and yet she's selling them? If she's selling them, why would she give one to me? And if she's not willing to give one to me, why would she say that she needs to look for it if she's selling it anyway and I have access to it in the fucking shop window? What's going on? See, this is the thing with this game. The extraordinary inconsistencies with the dialogue are breathtaking. It actually takes some talent to fuck it up this hard. What it actually requires is a total lack of QC. Like, no quality control, nobody overseeing whether or not there are inconsistencies. It's probably the guy who came up with the name Big Huge Games. He's just sitting there going, oh, this is great. Dwarves, potions. That's basically the guy. It's actually shocking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find this fucking potion, because she's got it around here somewhere, presumably. Even though I can purchase it directly from her, she apparently needs to look for it, which means that it's probably here somewhere, and I'd like to steal it. Again, I was essentially told that that was an option. What is this fucking aura around me? It's pissing me off now. Excuse me. I'm genuinely sick of this aura because the visual effect of it is just disrupting the experience of playing the game. I can't fucking look for potions when I've got this obnoxious glowing blue effect going on. Loot dresser. Well, I'm going to save because I don't know if looting the dresser will draw this person's attention to me. And by extension, draw the attention of the authorities. Pickpocketing and stealing are considered crimes. Committing crimes against certain characters will summon guards to stop you. I see. So, until I... Oh, I have to press enter to continue. Apparently I'm not allowed to click with my left mouse button, I have to hit enter. The percentage number shown under the eye icon lets you know the odds that you'll be caught trying to steal each item. Be careful. Okay, now I am glad that I read that, because I would have assumed that this was the chance of successfully looting it. It is instead the chance of being discovered when looting it, which to me is counterintuitive, but I can live with that. I think as long as you commit to one or the other, it's okay, but I absolutely would have assumed that it was a percentage that would indicate success rate, not chance of being discovered. Anyway, I don't want any of that, and I suppose because it's all low value, it's not going to be difficult to steal, which makes no sense, but as a game design, that does make sense. Obviously, if you actually look inside something, you're not going to be discovered, but once you do seek to take something, like you actually, in that window, take something of your own, or to be your own, that's when you might be discovered, so. I can just look around, see if this greater healing potion has been left somewhere conspicuous. And if not, hello. Oh, you're a guard, are you? Where's your quiver? You are going to literally shoot me with no arrows because you don't have a quiver, my friend. That's alright. I wouldn't expect too much of this game. Well, hold on. Oh, I understand. So, picking the lock is not actually going to carry the risk of being discovered, but it will be my choice whether or not to actually take a risk and take what's inside it, which is a little rough because I can't actually see what's inside it until I pick the lock, so that's not great. I'm going to force it. Oh, first try. What have we got? Apparently, 100% success rate, even though it says 0%, which is odd, but anyway. We're going to take all this because, why not? Maybe not C-Flax. I don't know if C-Flax is something that I want. Minor lightning storm, okay. How does that work? I throw the potion on the ground and it creates a lightning storm? I don't know. Numbing hammer. Let's find out what's happening with numbing hammer. Is it any good? Inventory, yes. Numbing hammer. Again, if it's something... Oh, you see, now... If it is marked as stolen, does that mean that's going to be difficult to sell? Probably. That would make sense. Again, not in reality, but as a game mechanic, sure. In reality, who the fuck's going to know if it's stolen or not? But as a game mechanic, I understand why that would make... Or rather, that would disincentivize a person from stealing something. If they steal something, they do so with the knowledge that they're not going to be able to resell that. So, there you are. I've never heard of that, A-Gaming, but thanks for letting me know. I've got some consumables here. Let's have a look at Minor Lightning Storm. Increases the damage you do with lightning-based attacks. Okay. I would have assumed, you know, basically the assumption was that it was a consumable, but because it was called Lightning Storm, that sounds rather offensive, doesn't it? So, I was thinking that it would actually deal damage to something, but no, it just increases your damage. It's essentially a buff. Well, not just essentially, it's entirely a buff. There's a skeleton, hello. I'm not really interested in using the alchemical lab.
It isn't right.
Oh, how dare you. To be honest, they don't seem to be too far from this place here. Like, I don't know where they reside, but it's not that far. It would stand to reason that there's going to be some Fae hanging around. Oh, I see. There's a 1% chance that we're going to successfully steal this greater healing potion, so instead of doing that awkward thing where I attempt to take it, fail, and then reload the save, and I don't even know if that would work, it may actually save your chance as an instance, and then you can't save load out of it. Yeah, based on that success rate, I think I'm going to not steal it and instead do the quest. It doesn't please me to see that I have to do that, but... Yeah, well, I certainly wouldn't be getting supplies from this bitch up here. I'd say that's a fairly honest suggestion coming from the guard. He probably knows how this dwarven
What will I do?
female. Well, he understands the nature of the lady.
Everything I've done may be ruined.
Oh no, I don't particularly care.
Still out there, and as long as it is in the hands of the Red Legion, all our lives hang by a thread.
You look positively terrified. Oh, I'm not allowed. Oh, I see. I am still allowed to say that I can't, but it's so grayed out that they're really saying, oh, you should probably give the thumbs up this time.
I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered.
Okay.
If disaster occurs in Odin,
I have to tell you, I've got no idea what's going on in this quest here. I did not read the details.
but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter in the ancient chambers of Amalur Hall, an Irathi ruin east of Gorhart. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only way to keep us safe.
Are you gonna then give me the potion? I fucking hope so. Goodbye. Okay. Recipe for trouble. What do you mean? Enter to pursue quest. Why is it a new quest? Why didn't it just update the current one? What's going on? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So I need to do a separate quest to get the formula, or what, you know what I mean. Was it truly necessary to create a separate side quest for this? Why couldn't it just build on this one? Whatever. I don't think it's truly offensive to one's sensibilities that it would create a different quest, but I don't like seeing unnecessarily complicated things in a fairly simple and, in many respects, poorly designed game. Okay. What's the situation? Well, I don't want to open the map like that. I'm going to press tab. Make it easier. There's probably a shortcut to get to the inventory too, isn't there? Oh no. Well, yeah. It's I for inventory. Okay, I'll try and remember that. Saves me a bit of time. Now, how are we going to get to this place? We have to go up through here. See, this is one of the good things about actually having mouse and keyboard. Well, let me rephrase that. This is one of the good things about using mouse and keyboard to play this game. I can really demonstrate things very easily because I've got a cursor with my mouse and I can point things, so I can draw the path very adeptly, cleanly, smoothly and accurately. And, yeah. That's a damn sight more than I can say for having to use an analog stick on a controller to demonstrate the same thing. I'm actually going to be collecting stuff around here in case... Well, no, I probably won't be expected to collect Regans because she has instructed me, the woman issuing the quest, has instructed me to destroy the formula if I find it. I suppose maybe that's a choice. If I don't want to complete her quest and instead just keep the formula, I can read the formula, get the Regans that I need, and then make the potion, but... I may as well just do her quest, because I'm assuming that if I do her quest, she'll just give me the potion. So, and then if you want to bypass the whole fucking thing, you just buy it off her, I suppose, but whatever. Maybe she'll be able to do something with the money. Who knows? I didn't actually read what was going on with her situation, but maybe if she gets a bit of money, she'll be doing a little better for herself. I really have no idea. Is there like a parrying mechanic here? Or something that I can use to offensively counterattack an enemy rather than just rolling away? I don't have a problem with rolling away, but I do like having options. That's rather nice. Altar of Belen. More like Altar of Bell End, quite frankly. That'd be the altar of, well, the altar worshipping whoever made this fucking game. Well, I wasn't expecting big follow-up attacks there. Bear. They're definitely incentivizing repetitive attacking. How to deal with enemy. Hit them so much that they flinch. Real hard. Oh, speaking of hard, that's a hard chest to open. I suppose locked object would be the better way to refer to that. Oh, I'm dripping with sweat. Oh. Thanks for letting us know, Doomlink. How appetizing. Maybe I shouldn't say appetizing. Because that's rather unpleasant. I still don't know what these things fucking do. Oh, it's the stone that's talking. I forgot, sorry. It's the fucking stone that's talking.
When you grow
See, when the woman was talking before, I had no fucking idea what was happening, but it's the stone.
My father said that this is why when an old person dies.
So hold on, is this what's allowing me to warp around the place, or is it not?
I do not feel that way.
Apparently this stone isn't even marked on the map, so... How do I warp again? There is definitely you can call it warping, fast traveling, I don't care, but I think there is an ability to do that. How do I do it? Oh yeah, Sister Zelda, that freak. I'm surprised she's got a quest for me. She was the weird woman passed out on the ground sniffing the flowers. Or maybe she wasn't passed out at all, she was just getting really invested and involved in sniffing the flowers. To the point where she was unresponsive to me walking around on top of her. It is sets of stone telling a story. If you complete a set, you get a minor bonus. A permanent one? I suppose a permanent one would be nice. It's a little confusing that they're not marked on the map, but anyway. Because to me, it makes sense to not mark ones that you haven't activated on the map, but it'd be nice to know where you have activated stones, and then you know to avoid those areas if you're specifically looking for the stones, but whatever. We're going to keep on manually saving in case weird things happen. You never know. I don't know if there's a quick save option in this game, but whatever. Open door. It's a weird opening mechanism, especially considering that my character did not actually interact with it. I suppose it's recognizes that I intended for it to open, and then it went and did it. What's going on? Are you okay? Or are you sleeping? You seem to be sleeping. But from what I can tell, you are someone that I need to engage. Oh, fuck off. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm not in the mood. Apparently I need to chat with this person as part of the quest. This person's name is Karth Hilfred. Hello.
What you doing down here?
Yeah, don't fucking point at me, mate.
So, are you foolish or just stupid?
How about you go back to sleep? I didn't wake you up to be insulted.
The twisted gnome has found herself a champion. How delightful. Nanny always was a fool. So immersed in her work that she...
Sorry, the reason why it was muted was because I was checking to see the volume of the game. Anyway. It's one of those games where if I minimize it in any sort of way, it just mutes the fucking thing. It pisses me off.
So trusting, so pathetic. Of course she can never learn of my ruse, can she?
No, apparently he wants to attack me. Fine. I was not paying attention to what he was saying, so I suppose it's almost better to not pay attention because you get to be surprised. Alright, we're going to kill the archer first. That's what makes most sense to me. Because he's going to cause trouble if we keep him alive. Are you the guy... Oh no, you were not the guy we were chatting with. The guy with the bandana. The guy with the real name, as opposed to just a description, is the one we were talking to, and he has passed on. He had 85 gold on his person. Not a handsome amount. Let's save the game. Not just because we succeeded in that fight, but rather because... I'm going to try 2 more times. Nope. Let's go back. Because... Well, what, is that an autosave after... Oh no, never mind. That's an old autosave. Can I press X on that? Yeah, I don't want to use that save at all. Yes. Agnur Fahal. We're loading that. Thank you. Had to make sure we were loading that. I would have been really pissed if we saved over it. It's bloody hot. I need like a hand fan. And I'll just take brief breaks and just have a fan on my face. But it's winter, Doom. Like, no, it's not. Not in the southern hemisphere, shut up. Alright. Why are there so many... What is happening here? Destroy the formula shipments. Okay, that's my current objective. Do we want to... What's happening over here? Didn't we just come from over there? Why do we have formula shipments... over there? Are we expected to backtrack? I'm going to assume that it's better to go this way first and destroy the shipments in this direction and then backtrack. So, yeah. Hello. Red Legion Bandit. Don't know what the Red Legion is. Maybe the Red Indians are finally fighting back and reclaiming their land. I don't know, if they were actually seeking to do that these days, they'd probably have a lot of people in support of that. Perhaps not, if the cause were violent, but yeah. Just a point. Harvest Sky Blossom. Very good. Can I crouch in this game? I'm not necessarily expecting to be able to crouch and crawl into that, but it would be funny to attempt to do so. I forgot that I had set left alt to be my shield button. No, I didn't think right alt would work, but just in case, thought I'd give it a try. So yeah, if I want to shield, I can. I now remember, or am now aware at the very least. I've reminded myself of how to shield, so that's very nice. Hello, Red Legion Archer, you will be my first victim for... Whoa! He rolled after me, because he is a knife-wielding individual. Goodbye. What is that sound? It sounded like a horn being blown. Don't know if that's to alert other people or what. Or if that was some sort of non-diegetic sound effect. Which, quite frankly, added precisely nothing to the experience. Anyway. Onward we go. I'm trying to be thorough as I continue through dungeon-esque areas. I don't want to miss anything. I'm not going to be extremely anal retentive about it. But I'd prefer to at least be thorough to my personal satisfaction. That way, if I miss anything, I can comfortably say, well, it was well hidden and I'm fine with that. Just avoiding that other brownie. Why are they called brownies? They don't look especially edible. Cloudy ice shard. Don't know if that's helpful or not. It may be in the future. Here we go. Here's another stone that's going to fucking talk to me for a while. I'm only doing it for the experience points. I have to tell you, I do not give a fuck about what you have to say. And whatever the bonus is, I'm not interested. I really think that I can live without it in a game that's this easy. Ugh. I'm just doing it for the experience, as I said. Really? Yeah, I didn't get a word of that. Anyway. Not that it was difficult to hear, it's just that it was difficult to find the will to listen. Alright. Hello. Can I do a charge attack? Oh, I can do that. What the fuck is this business? What is that? Oh, okay, I can use stamina to do something. I don't know. Whatever the fuck that is. Again, it does remain a mystery as to why my stamina is lower than it should be. But anyway. What's this? Minor current stopper. What? Current stopper? Can my character swim? Repair kit, great. Consumables, current stopper. Oh, that sort of current. Okay. Understood. I probably should have assumed that first. It's because I play Monster Hunter, so I was thinking of current resistance, for example, which relates to the underwater version of wind pressure. So, yeah. But no. If it's referring to electricity, that is entirely proper and sensible. Alright, down there is a shipment. Let's go and find that shipment. Oh no, we can't go down there. Woe is me. Just making sure there's no hidden pathway down. I am being forced to go this way. Very well. Autosaves I think are fairly frequent in this game, so if I don't do manual saving as frequently as I feel I should be, I don't think I'm going to be greatly punished for it. I don't know how frequent the autosaves are, and I don't know if we can choose how frequent the autosaves are, but for the moment, we're going to assume that if I do forget to manually save, it will not be the end of life as we know it. I probably should get a bow. Yeah, it's finesse related. So, at least I think it is. Yeah, seems to be. If it says chance to critical hit, then logically speaking, it must be finesse related. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to equip a bow in the second hand here, because I see no scenario in which I would want to use chakrams if I'm already using a longsword, except for some form of, I don't know, variety, but I think having a bow would be better. Well, you see, unknown, I thought perhaps that it would be some kind of a debuff, but yeah, I see no reason for me to have a debuff. I don't think it is armor, because I completely changed my armor set, and that stamina level remained the same. I'm assuming it's related to this field around me right now. It's the same color as the field, so yeah, I don't really know what's going on with it, but I'm not going to worry so much. That is pathetic damage. Probably has less to do with the weapon and more to do with my very poor finesse at this stage. I don't think I've put any points into finesse whatsoever. It's not because I don't want to, it's because I was putting points into sorcery and I've decided that I'm not going to use sorcery at all anymore. But again, I'm not so worried about... oh, I see, I managed to poison that guy. Yeah, that's very nice. Because I did see the bow had poison function. Or had a poison functionality anyway.
This place was crafted. You see the lights, the mystic halls of ordered reality? They are the faces of the missing.
Yes, yes, lovely. Alright, what's going on here? Easy, brilliant. It's easy, and yet it's still only a 20% chance to force, so I suppose I should be doing this business.
Some with good intentions, and you can't fault them that. But the majority of them are
First try? Oh! Come on, baby. There we are. Unlocked. Don't know what this is all about, but we'll take it. I don't have much inventory space, so that might be putting me at my... oh no, I see. Inventory relates to equipment, I suppose. Consumable... well, no. Items, I think. No, well... I suppose those were consumables, which I took. Do these add to your inventory amount? What the fuck? Hold on. None of what I just picked up is actually in any of those lists, so where did they go? Junk? No. I am notably confused. You never know, maybe those were weapons. Unless... no, there isn't a separate section here. Well, fuck if I know. It's Kingdoms of Amalur, I don't know. And I'm okay with that. I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I don't know. Alright. Let's make sure that we're continuing in a direction that we have yet to investigate and discover. So we have smashed 4 of 10 shipment crates. There is more yet to be done. I am so thoroughly and manifestly displeased that we've got an option to continue in this direction, and yet there is still a shipment that needs to be destroyed over here. That is some absolute garbage. I don't know if I should backtrack there, or if I'm going to be given the option to go there easily once I've continued in this direction, and then I warp out. I don't know what to expect. Alright, let's just go this way. I have to operate on the assumption that I'm going to be given a chance to go back there. What a fucking joke. Alright. Okay, so I'm outside now. And... are there other okay, there are more formula shipments here. I think I made the right decision. Oh, hold on, let's open this chest. This is probably good. Loot chest. It is not locked, thankfully. Minor health regen potion. Smoldering scepter, static hammer, I'm not interested. Well, actually, I'm interested in all of this, so that I can sell it. Jump down, oh, fucking fine. Use the action button. Why can't you just lower yourself down? Why do you have to jump? God. Maybe we could describe it as leg training. Developing a tolerance for extreme falling. My character chooses to increase the distance that she's going to fall. Well, hold on. Oh, I understand. Okay, so that was actually marking shipments to be destroyed outside of this dungeon area. Okay, I thought perhaps that there was another section of the dungeon to access here, but no, that was actually an exit to the outside. I understand. I never would have expected the shipments to be out here, but they are. I thought it was going to be restricted to the dungeon itself, but it is not. We're going to save. Why is it that my saves have now been reduced to literally only one? I suppose I did manually delete an autosave, but why don't I have any autosaves at the moment? This actually makes me think that I shouldn't be expecting autosaves to cover me for failed manual saves. By failed, I mean, you know, me being negligent and actually not saving at all. I don't think there's going to be a cushion or a safety net of any kind in the form of autosaving, because while there are autosaves to speak of, I don't think they're as frequent as I was hoping. Alright, so I think the rest of the shipments are over here, so that should be fairly easy. We've got some bandits to kill, I believe. Hello. Whoa! Where's your health bar? Am I attacking something that's Well, you were entirely non-aggressive, and I apologize for, quite frankly, unreservedly butchering you. Despite a complete lack of provocation. Alright. We'll collect this glowing thing because it's glowing and I'm attracted to the glowy thing. Two birds with one stone. Destroy the shipment and also cut this guy down to size. Does this longsword have a poison ability? It must. What's going on? Bleeding, apparently. Do these people have green blood? Because I'm seeing poison. You see, the bow that I have does actually deal poison damage. Hold on, where is it? Where's my equipped bow? What the fuck? If I have a bow equipped, it is removed from this list? Am I going correct? Oh, I have to go to secondary, understood. Okay, so you can see this bow does deal poison damage. That's fair, makes sense. But I'm not attacking the enemy with that bow, I'm attacking the enemy with this weapon. And yet all these enemies are seemingly covered in green sludge. Now, if that's the bleeding effect, there's something wrong, because that doesn't indicate bleeding in my eyes. That indicates green fucking sludge, which is more poison than bleeding. So, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're going to try and observe that as we continue on. Hello. Yeah, look at that. This is fucking poison. That's not... unless, if you have a secondary weapon, it actually applies the same passive effects to your primary weapon, which is fucking illogical, because why would a bow with a poison effect equipped in the offhand give me a poison ability with this weapon? That makes no sense. And I certainly don't need both a poison and a bleeding effect on one weapon. That's thoroughly imbalanced. What the fuck is going on? There is no poison effect on this. So this must carry over. Do I have an ability to combine all the effects? Is that what's going on? I don't get it. This doesn't make any sense to me, and it needs to be explained to me, because I'm not going to work it out on my own. Maybe if I were to really carefully observe what's going on here, I'd be able to work it out. That is, if it's not just a simple case of your secondary effects carrying over to the primary as a function of the game. But yeah, I'm not going to look into it deeply, so I'm just going to remain confused. Beverage today, by the way, is the Grifter Stout, the Omen. You know, when you've got two the conjunctions in there, it's pretty bad. The grifter, the omen. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? No. Just call it omen. The grifter, omen. Or grifter, the omen. I don't fucking care. Just don't make me say the twice, please. It's exceedingly awkward. Makes you look like a cock. Not just look, but sound like one. I suppose it starts off by making you sound like a cock, and then all of a sudden your physical appearance begins to change into that of a giant penis. That's just an effect that is inevitable. Okay, or unavoidable. And there we go. Destroying shipments left and right. Did we miss anything here? I was getting a little excited and wanted to move on to the next shipments. Here we go. What's this? No Regans found. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I've been here already, apparently. I'm so fucking lost. Oh, I understand. I didn't just recently come here. I've been here in the past, and naturally I have no recollection of that because a lot of things look the same around here, and furthermore, I probably came here in previous parts, which were a while ago, as far as when they were recorded. Can I get up there? I don't actually know. Oh, apparently it's not even separate. It looked separate on the map, but it's just a stream separating these locations, and I think I can probably swim. Again, I wouldn't assume anything. I'm comfortable saying I think I can, but who knows? So, what is this? Let me just check to see what this effect attached to my right mouse button is. I want to see. Abilities? What is this shit? Can you please tell me what it is? I don't want to just go based on the... Oh, fucking hell. Moves? No. So what? This is where I access this shit, yet when I mouse over and click it, you don't fucking tell me what it is? Are you for real? Okay, what is it? Why the fuck do I have to come here to see it? See, this is bad game design. I'm sorry, it's bad game design. You can technically sit here and say, well, because you can actually see this here, you don't need to see what it is here, but what if I start here and I want to specifically see what's here in detail? Why don't you just give me that information here? You've already put it on the screen, so just show me what it is if I click on it, or double click on it. Because apparently double clicking in this game does things. What the fuck? I'm upset. Anyway. Let's find out what this is. Sphere of protection. Okay. There we are. I was not expecting sphere of protection to be permanent. Apparently, and also that's not my stamina, by the way, that is my magic. What is stamina then? I swear to God, hand on heart, and again, I have no excuse, it says mana here, so what the fuck am I doing? Hand on heart, there is stamina. It's been mentioned. I don't know what it is, or where it is, or how it's measured, or how it depletes, or anything along those lines. I've got no fucking idea. What's stamina? Can I see it in abilities? Finesse, maybe? Any reference to stamina? No, there's no stamina in this game, because imagine having that. Imagine, for just a moment, that this game had stamina. It would be too much to handle for your average Kingdoms of Amalur player. What? Everything I do actually depletes stamina? I can't just swing my sword infinitely? That's the whole game is built around swinging your weapon as aggressively and persistently as possible. Ah. Yeah. No, I do actually agree that would not be helpful. I will never understand this poison business, but I'm just gonna... No, don't give me the fucking... Stop it. Honestly, Sphere of Protection might be worthwhile. No, it's actually not worthwhile, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because I do not need the added defense. I really don't. I think my outfit already has a lot of defense. I already think the game's pretty easy without that added defense. So to then, furthermore, pile on the defense through this Sphere of Protection business, is ludicrous. There's no way that that's acceptable, and I'm not going to do that. Alright. So, we've got very easy, with a 90% chance to force it. I'm not going to do that. I'm assuming that I'm going to get this first try. Yeah? Very good. I've been rewarded for actually manually doing it. There was a 10% chance that I was going to fuck it up if I did it automatically. Alright. One shipment to go. Why do we have 2 objectives here then? Oh, we must defeat the Krast brothers as well. Fucking hell. I'm ready for you. Osgar Krast. Where's your... Where are the brothers? Are you the Krast brothers? Is it the one guy? Does he have like a... Does he have 2 heads? He's hidden the other one because he's rather embarrassed by it. And he got killed by the poison. Very good. What's going on here? Loot treasure sack. Osgar Krast's bleed. I have a question. It quite specifically said, kill the Krast brothers, and there was one man standing there. I don't want to be pedantic, but why? Why does it say Krast brothers, plural? Have I already killed one of the Krast brothers? Or perhaps, maybe they're all brothers. Maybe all of these bandits are fucking brothers, and he was the head brother. He's the big brother. Big bro. I don't fucking know anymore, and I don't care. I'm sure there's an explanation, but... Oh no, apparently all this does contribute to my inventory amount. I don't think I want that kite shield. This shield I've got here seems to be pretty good. No, not that. Where even are shields anyway? Where are shields? Hello? Yeah, good on you, Krast. Will I ever get an explanation for why it said defeat the Krast brothers and there was one fucking man standing there and then I killed him and then that was actually that section of the quest completed? I just don't understand. I would understand if I had already killed brothers of the Krast family, and then he was the last one, and then in killing him, finally, concluded that part of the quest, but there has never actually been such an objective before this point. So I don't actually get it. It would be weird if I had killed other Krast brothers, but I don't think I have, so that just makes it even weirder and harder to make sense of. Okay, so... How can I see my shield? Where is it? Is it in armor? It's probably in armor. Yeah, cool. So we've got the tower, which, I don't know, it's purple. That's a good start. Seems like a fairly balanced shield. I'm happy with it. Okay, so we've defeated... See, look at that. See, defeat the Krast brothers. That was that objective. Unless that was the name of this quest. Was the whole side quest called that? Unless this whole side quest was called Kill the Krast Brothers, I'm going to be really upset. Because I don't know who the Krast Brothers are. I saw one of them, but... outside of that, I just was not keeping track. Quests? Here we go. Recipe for trouble. I've found and destroyed Nan... I guess it's not Nanny, that would be rather silly. Nan Harnery's secret formula. When did I destroy it? At what point did I fucking destroy this formula? I guess it's all happening automatically. Ugh. I should return to Nanny, I'm just going to call her Nanny, for my reward. She will be waiting for me in Golden Age Alchemy in the village of Gorhart. Ugh. Those people are a bunch of racists. Well, more like speciesists. Because you're not allowed to be Fey and also be in Gorhart, apparently. Why can't I warp? Fine. I'll live with it. How do I heal myself without needing to consume potions? How does that work? I'm sure there's a resting option. Can I press T like Morrowind and Daggerfall? T? T? No, apparently not. I ended up pressing that T key repeatedly and with considerable force. Much to my now minor regret. Because, yeah, I'm putting stress on my keyboard unnecessarily, and it's not like it added anything. Okay, so we're going to make our way to Gorhart. Hart spelled H-A-R-T, as I recall. And that's alright, they're also not just racist, but in fact illiterate, so that's fine. No, I'm not going to go around saying speciesist, because that's silly. In the first instance, I don't believe that that's a word, and second of all, it's not easy to say. Speciesist. There's a lot of awkward syllables in there. Chicken! Or whatever you are. Avian creature that resembles a chicken. I don't know, I'm expressing some degree of affection. Okay. Hello, Nanny.
One in Gorhart is talking about the attacks. They say that the Red Legion is receding back into the shadows from whence they came.
Yeah, it must have been the Crast brothers getting killed.
You found the formula and
All of the one Crast brothers have been killed.
understand the impact of this act, but you truly do not.
It was Crast, right?
Friend to this village and to me, Nanny Henry. Take
It is Nanny! Jesus Christ. I thought it was Nan. What kind of fucking name is Nanny? Or Nunny, I don't fucking care if it's Nanny or Nunny, it's fucking... It's not good enough. Oh, we got 2 potions of... Wait, no, we didn't get a major one, we got minor ones. Hold the phone. Did we receive a major one? Because if we didn't... Or greater, that's what we needed, right? A greater health regen potion. I don't know at what point we received it, but if we received it, then that's great. Let's level up now. This is all fucking French to me. This looks like an advanced game of Mahjong. So, what's happening? Persuasion? Oh. I see. So that has no effect, but if we reach a milestone, we can do that. But I don't know if we want persuasion. Let's just have a look. Apparently I've put a point into alchemy. Fuck knows why. Lockpicking? Sure, let's do mercantile. Confirm. Here we go. Do we want might or finesse at this stage? I would like to be able to increase the damage of bows, so... Well, what do you mean longbow mastery? Apparently longbow refers to bows in general. Why would you have something that is a specific type of bow represent the entire bow weapon type? Just call it bow mastery. Don't be fancy, because it's confusing. Because if you're going to say longbow, it sounds like a specific type of bow. Why would there be only longbows in the world of Kingdoms of Amalur? Do people not need greater mobility when they're using a bow in this world? Everyone just has maximum fucking range and draw weight on their fucking bows. Like, yep, I don't need to be mobile at all. We're only using longbows in this world. I'm angry. Anyway, let's just fucking do that. 2 points, let's do it. What, 3? That exceeded my expectations. Alright, if we've got 3, then we'll put a point into might. I think we're gonna leave the shield business. Quite frankly, being able to roll as easily as you can in this game makes shielding fairly unnecessary. What is a harpoon? Oh, I see. It's an ability, not a weapon type. Okay, let's read the description. Snag an enemy and pull it back to you. May have the opposite effect with larger enemies. Well, that makes sense. Now, thankfully, I can scroll with the mouse wheel even if I haven't moved my cursor over to here. Thank God for that. Next level, pull enemies from 14 meters away and deal 15 physical damage. 14 meters is a long way away. I'm assuming it is 14 meters in reasonable in-game distance. And yeah, 14 meters is considerable. So the initial level of harpoon has an unmarked effective range, but whatever. To be honest, I don't want that effect. I'm not interested in it. It might actually add in certain ways to the confrontation and the combat experience, but yeah, I suppose adding complexities to it would be beneficial rather than otherwise, but what's going on? Brutal weaponry. Unlocks charged special attacks for the longsword, greatsword, and hammer. Okay. We probably want that. Because presumably that would allow me to hold my left mouse button and charge strong attacks. Which is something I think we're going to focus on for now. Here we go. Unlocked destinies. I don't want to keep Acolyte, thank you. It's quite nice of them to allow us to change. Wasn't expecting that. Well, what does Acolyte give us? Increased elemental damage, which I think may still be relevant to physical weapons. Weirdly enough, Acolyte as a destiny, see, I didn't know what it was. Class destiny. Doesn't especially matter. And I'm not too sure if we can equip different ones at any time, but... Acolyte, by the looks of it, is still relevant, even if you're not using sorcery. Because we've seen that mana is actually used for non-sorcery-based abilities. And we've also seen that elemental damage exists with physical weapons that you swing, rather than staves that cast magic. So, yeah, I think Acolyte's fine. Oh, this is quite good. Equip requirements. What do you mean? Equip requirements? Reduced by 25%. But it goes up by single points. Like it's not 25%. Oh, it probably has less meaning now where, you know, requirements are 1, 2, and 3. It's like 25% of that. But I suppose in the future that's going to mean more when the numbers are going to increase as far as the requirements to use certain weapons and armor. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think armor does have these requirements too. This seems pretty good. Melee attack damage, ranged attack damage, magic attack damage. Yeah, you know what? Rogue. I want that. Confirm. I want Rogue. Oh, there we go. Jack of all trades is what I've just unlocked. I suppose that's what I'm going for. Comet Strike, hold, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, so presumably for any might-based weapon, I can now hold left mouse and actually charge an attack. So what have we got here? Oh no! Listen, I was not aiming for any enemy or living creature when I did that attack, but sadly, because it's a special attack, it just naturally gravitates towards the nearest thing, and the nearest thing was this feathered avian creature, who quite frankly posed no threat to me. I apologize. I do apologize, because that sort of behavior is not on, but at the very least I can rest easy with the knowledge that it was entirely unintentional. Hello, lady. Oh, you're not sniffing flowers anymore. I'm glad you're improving in certain ways. Fixing your life. Have you noticed that all archers carry a bow but no arrows? They're still at the developing stages as a species, like as human beings. They're still using bows as physical blunt objects to hit people with rather than, you know, using the string to put an arrow in and loose it. Which is fine, you know, everyone has to start somewhere. You know, every, I guess, iteration of humanity that has begun, risen, and then fallen, they have to start somewhere, and these guys are still hitting people with their bows, which is sad, but it's inevitable. Everyone has to start somewhere. Hello, beans. So, I do want to sell some things. Goreheart Inn may be the place to do that. These people seem to be enjoying a nice pork dinner. A very angular pork dinner. Apparently, having a round object is extremely taxing on this video game. Yeah, they could have actually made that pork or that pig round, but no, we need to add edges to it because that's You know, having a round object is a lot to ask of a 2012 video game.
Yeah, what can I get you?
I don't want anything, I want to sell some stuff.
Stick around.
Stick around?
Yeah, what can I get you?
Yeah, shut up. Sell. What can I sell with you? I don't even know if you give me good prices or what, but... Oh, apparently I can sell this. Now, if I sell this, am I going to get in trouble? Let me save. No, I was talking to you. I didn't actually exchange a single word with you. But, whoa! I wasn't that offended by her
What can I get you?
disingenuous impressions of our interaction. Okay, so let's go back. Am I going to get in trouble for... Aha! This merchant won't purchase stolen goods because for some reason she knows. To sell this item, you'll need to find a fence. Okay, apparently a fence is a merchant who specializes in stolen goods. Great. It's a strange way to refer to such a merchant. A fence. Okay. And I assume that a gate is someone who deals in... I don't know. I don't have a joke to really make there, but... The point is that's a stupid way to describe a merchant who does that sort of thing. Selkie Vale is apparently very... valuable. I've probably sold enough. What I don't like is the fact that this business is being affected by all of the consumables that I'm stockpiling. That is some garbage. That is some serious garbage. Because I like to accumulate consumable items, because you never know when you're going to need them. Eventually something might happen, maybe not in this game, but in games that you do play, it's good to accumulate consumables in case you go through a particular dungeon that's very difficult or whatever, and then all of a sudden that accumulation of consumable items comes in great handy. But if I've got an inventory limit of 70, it does actually disincentivize the stockpiling of this sort of thing. So I don't know if I like that. I suppose it's better than not having it. Do I really need to sit here and evaluate these individual pieces of armor to see if I want to keep them or not? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, what can I get you?
What you can get me is money, lady. Okay. The Running Man armor, what? The Running Man armor. Oh my god. I don't want to actually deal with any of this armor business. I don't want to sell anything and then regret it. So I'm going to wait until it's fairly underleveled and just bad, and then I'll sell it. For now, it's all fairly good. So, let's look at our current quests. I think we've still got... No, we need to reselect building bridges, because apparently it doesn't want to naturally go back to the whole reason why we were doing that other side quest in the first place. Where is the person who needs to be healed? What's going on? There is a person who needs to be healed, and I'm not being shown where that person is. This is going to turn into a problem very quickly. Speak to Eri the Fae. Where the fuck is she? We've found a greater healing potion. In fact, I was meaning to check that, and I didn't, but... We've got a greater healing potion. We have achieved that. So where is Eri the Fae? Why is that not being shown? Wait, I'm seeing a white circle somewhere. No, that sprite's well. Where is Eri the Fae? That's Altar of Bell End, so... Fuck. Eri the Fae. There is a single Red Legion bandit that I've kept alive over there, apparently. I do not know what the fuck is going on, but... And I don't know who Zveri Brond is. I guess they've mixed broad and blonde into one word, which is quite appropriate. Brond. Great. Anyway, Are we just going to wander around and hope that we happen upon Aerie the Fae? Or are we going to be informed one way or another as to her location? She is not. Well, I suppose we're always being informed as to where she's not. Because if she's not there, well, she's not there. It is quite simple. But as far as this quest not telling us where she is, that's pissing me off. Because I don't know where the hell I am at any given time in this location. That's probably my fault, but that's annoying. I think I started here, didn't I? No, I didn't start here. No. I'm trying to think where I began this recording. But quite frankly, I don't know for certain that that's even where I was supposed to be healing a person, so... I don't think it's Sister Zelda who requires help. No, Sister Zelda is not Aerie the Fae, so... Where is Aerie the Fae? This is not something that I want to have to Google, quite frankly. I really don't need that in my life. It's such a waste of time to have done that previous quest and then I can return to building bridges after having completed one of the objectives, and now I'm just sitting here going, well, I really don't... Oh, here we go, here we go. A Fey maiden has been attacked and is still clinging to life. The warden of Gorehart village, Herc Adwald, hopes to save her, but he isn't sure how best to treat her wounds. He suggested that I speak to Aerie, a Fey who spends her time watching the village from above, so... I need to go back to Gorehart village, wherever the fuck that is. Where is that again? It's down there. Okay. Is she marked here? That's alright. We'll work it out. I suppose that's not a bad thing that they force you to actually read what's there, rather than just spoon feed you the information you're looking for. That I can respect when it comes to this game. I don't know if that's actually a principle upon which the entire game is based and built around. But still, if I see it, I'm going to commend it. And yeah, it's pretty good. The reason why I'm so quick to complain about it is because I just generally find most of what this game has to offer to be quite shallow and, at worst, intellectually insulting. But, you know, that's fine. Forcing me to actually read what's there. Certainly reasonable. I have to try and work out where this female is overlooking the village. Probably up here somewhere. I suppose you just look for the highest point. Of course, I have already been there before, it's just that I've forgotten how to get there. Maybe it's... Oh, that's probably it. I bet it's up there. I'd guarantee it. Yep. So we have to go up around there and go to this rather misshapen penis-looking thing. And that is where we will be able to find Aerie the Fae, waiting to be pissed out of this geographic penis. And maybe that's some sort of metaphor for the entire experience of playing this game, in one way or another. So we'll make our way up and over the hills and the mountains and the trees and the grasslands and the whatever else. Okay, here's the penis. And sitting right on the penis head, you know, it doesn't really look like that when you're actually here, but the map really does look like that. So here we go, 13 gold, that's brilliant. Hello, Aerie the Fae. Take this healing potion or something. Oh, how much you assist me, really? Oh, what's going on? I've got the fucking potion. Is there an option to give it to you?
Perhaps your martial apothecary can provide one.
Perhaps you could not point in my fucking face. I've got the potion. Are you for real? Do I not have the potion? Let's check. Because if we recall, that section of the quest has been completed. Unless it hasn't. Oh, I suppose it hasn't. I saw that it was lit up, and that wasn't lit up, so I was of the opinion that maybe we had fulfilled this part of the quest, but maybe not. Maybe I'm being a real idiot. Okay, fine. Let's check our inventory. Consumables. Greater health regen potion. That's what we want, right? Are you fucking telling me that there is a difference between a greater healing potion and a greater health regen potion? There must be. Okay. Didn't we speak to that girl? Maybe we didn't speak to that girl. Let's go and fucking find her. By girl, I mean ugly and very masculine dwarf thing that apparently deals in herbal remedies. Ugh. Stay awake, Doomling. The game is so riveting and exciting that there's no reason for you to become disinterested and tired and wishing that you were doing something different with your life. Come on. This is great. Alright. So, we're going to go back to the dwarf. Again. It's because she's got... actually, no. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something really weird. It requires context, and it's not as funny with context. But if I say it out of context, it's going to sound extremely perverse, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But basically... Okay, I actually thought you were going to launch an arrow into my face from point-blank range, so I'm glad that you chose not to do that. Hello, Nanny.
Come in my shop anytime.
Are you going to
Enjoy a
Aha.
discount on all services and merchandise.
Brilliant. So, I am still expected to purchase it, but it's going to be cheaper. Greater Healing Potion is now 946 gold instead of like 1,300 and something. Am I still expected to do this? Like,
Goodbye.
because presumably I burnt the recipe. Whatever. Let's just buy it. Even if there is a way to not buy it at this stage, I just want to buy it and get it over and done with. So, Greater Healing Potion, it is different to a Greater Health Regen Potion, so I'm pleased to confirm that fact. Skip. Goodbye. Let's now... oh, what? Apparently we're not speaking to Faye the whatever. We're now speaking to Herc Adwald. Why? Are we supposed to give the potion to that female? Oh, perhaps we were only supposed to be recommended to get a greater healing potion by her, and now we have to give it to someone else. I think Herc, presumably short for Hercules, is the guy who wanted to help the woman who was weak and dying and frail and almost dead, but he really didn't know how to assist. Bring it to Herc Adwald at Gorhart Inn, where he's trying to nurse the Fey Maiden back to health. Okay. Fey and Gorhart, ugh. Blah. Repulsive. Question mark. Who are you? Ost Ordura. Okay. Yes. Somewhat. I've been here before, but I suppose I'm still considered new. I'm definitely an outsider. Hello, it's you. It's you. Oh no, it's not you. He's not the guy I thought it. Well, what's happening with your eye? You actually have a lazy eye, and I don't know if it's intended to look that way. That was disturbing. He had a bulging, lazy eye, and I'm genuinely unsure as to whether or not it was supposed to look like that. Why is the girl important?
She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fey heroes.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lazy eye. Look at that. It's looking over here, and that one's looking over here.
If one of their own was killed by a mortal,
Look at it!
the House
Look!
of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us.
Dear God.
You're ruined by day's end.
Yeah, speaking of days being ruined, I'll go to the House of Ballads.
Turning out to be very helpful, my friend.
Yeah.
My gratitude.
Yeah, I'm sure this is not the first time I'm going to be told that.
Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here, in Glendara to the northeast. Try to gain entrance if you can.
Ugh. Well, I don't need to ask where it is. I'm sure I'm being told already. That's, well, we'll have a look in a moment. Is this guy following me or what? He's got a giant question mark that's putting me off.
Don't let your guard down.
Maybe that's somehow reflective of his mental state. Somewhat reflective of mine as well. Just from playing this game. Can I please warp somewhere? Do I have to fucking manually go from here to there? Really? Can I have a horse? At this rate, I'm happy to ride something awkward looking. Like, really awkward looking. I'm not talking about donkeys, I'm talking about something a lot less, if you can believe it, masculine. And, intimidating. It's hard to imagine an animal that's more intimidating than an ass, quite frankly, but I don't really know where I'm going with that. A mild attempt at humour. As I say, if you're not even willing to commit to your own humour, it would be better off unsaid. Let's heal, not heal, but rather save the game. The reason why I mentioned healing is because I do note that my health is still quite low. Oh, what's going on with you? Have I spoken to you?
Help me!
Wouldn't it be funny if he needed help getting to somewhere in particular? Because he seems to be doing a pretty good job of doing that at the moment. What? Any words? 2 legs? My friend, you've got 2 legs. Whether or not one of them can be used doesn't actually mean that you suddenly don't have a leg. 2 legs. He actually acts as if he's a different species with a single leg. Sounds like he's pretty used to only having 1 functioning leg if he's already calling people that have full, you know, leg function 2 legs. Hello. Boggart. You know what that reminds me of? Colombia. What do you mean, Doomlink? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. I reckon you'd find Boggarts in Bogota. I'd guarantee it. Not literally. Well, I don't know. Once again, I don't know where I'm getting at with that. By the way, I don't know what the hell this is. I really don't know. Do I save? What do I do? Very easy. Dispel statue of Amman. We were just talking about Bogota, now we're talking about Amman, Jordan. So, I don't really know what's going on, but apparently there is some linkage between Colombia and Jordan. Alright. Very easy. Dispel. I don't know how to dispel. Whoa. Whoa. What in the precise fuck is going on? Press the left mouse button when the cursor is above a glyph to break it. I see. Dispel. Okay. Tutorial. Some glyphs reseal faster than others. Be careful of the order you break them in. So what? The more strokes, the faster it reset. I don't fucking know. I've got no idea. Whoa! Oh no! No! Fucking. What's happening? Oh, I see. Oh, that worked apparently. Oh, I've been cursed because I fucked it up. You failed to dispel the ward. Yeah, I do suck, don't I? Ahmed icon mouse button for hash. Yeah, I've been cursed. This is bad news. Oh, I only lost a little bit of health. I've seen worse. What I'm not impressed about is having to actually use a consumable item to recover this health. I really wish that I could. I'm sure I can go to a tavern and sleep and get my health back. That's probably what I'm expected to do, but I haven't been doing that, I guess. Let's consume this minor healing potion that I've stolen. That sounds like a sensible idea. Let's go and manually save after that. I don't know. Educational experience. And we'll continue on. Got some black cohosh there. Rather similar to Gorgoroth, a Tolkien location. But that's fine. Gorguath is probably a perfectly respectable and unique location of its own. Do I want to actually venture through this because it may actually be linked to a side quest? Because of the number of side quests that would be in this game, I do hesitate to come in here because it might be a waste of time. What is that fucking mark that's appearing? Is that the curse that I had placed upon me? You're seeing that symbol appearing on the screen, right? Just on the right side. It seems to be a skull outlined in red, so... Yes, I would say that that is the curse effect. I just don't know what it's doing to me now. What's going on? Okay. Flying creature. It's a sprite. That is a weird-looking sprite. In mythology, sprites don't usually look like that. I mean, it might be flying, but that's definitely a unique take on a sprite. It's fine. It looks more like a flying demon thing. Anyway. I hate it when the camera just draws out from the character that far. I have no control over that, I should say. If I had a preference for a camera that wasn't drawing out from the confrontation that much, I don't think that I'd be able to make changes that were in line with my preference. Fuck, I suck at this. I really suck at that. Yeah, I am one of the worst lockpickers in lockpicking history. Just for video gaming, in general. Sturdy buckler. I don't think I want it. I don't know if there's any benefit to having smaller shields over larger shields. I really have got no clue. Let me just see how long I've been recording. I've been recording for long enough where I need to go to the bathroom and would be better off actually going and doing that than holding on for the end of the recording. So I will be back in a moment. I did bump my green screen a little bit. I do hope that it's okay. I'm trying to observe that now. If it seems like it's been affected, then I'll have to fix that. Let's have a little bit of a gander, shall we? Nope, seems okay. If there's a little black spot somewhere, then too bad. I can't see it at this stage. Alright. You're almost done with this recording, Doom. Like, you can do it. I believe in you. Ugh. Press on. Do your best. No, I'm just a little tired, that's all. Like, sleepy tired. Also exhausted, but sleepy. Okay. Just making sure I had sound. It's very quiet there. No, stop it. Fucking... Why would I press escape to continue? Just give me the option to use left mouse button or something. Don't be so special. Don't be so unique. Sometimes uniqueness is good, but other times it just makes no fucking sense. Hold on. Is this actually our current objective? I think so. Hello, person. You seem like a Fae. Galin.
Farther, mortal. You are not one of our kind, and the seat of Sir Sagril will never be occupied by one.
Sorry, his name is Sagrul?
Day. Hallam the White prepares the contest, and he must not be interrupted at this our time of greatest need.
My character seems really interested. Not. Faye has been injured.
Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her
Okay.
to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odaroth altogether. She never listened to my warnings. I will chastise her appropriately upon her return.
Yeah, well, don't point at me when you're talking about chastising her. I don't need your wagging finger.
What happened?
What happened? I actually don't know what happened. It can't. Both of these can't be true, so one must be true. Is this to avoid, you know, some desire for vengeance festering within this individual? Would it activate him if we were to inform him that a villager actually harmed her? Let's just say this. We saved her from bandits.
Yes, I have noticed a growing number of humans in Dalentarth. It must be this war. I can't say I understand it. Oh, yes, your kind usually expects some form of trophy for good deeds. A bauble? A prize? Perhaps another...
A bauble.
If you would be so kind as to deliver this message. We mean the people of Gorhart no ill will. They have nothing to fear from us.
Well, I have a distinct feeling that if I were to inform you that it was in fact a villager who did that, you would be phrasing this rather differently. Okay, building bridges. Return to Herc Adwald. I don't really know how that was in any way helpful. Aren't we trying to, you know, heal this dying individual? I don't know how any of that is going to help, but whatever. It could also be the case that I'm not really paying attention. Now that I've reported the attack on the Fey Maiden to the House of Ballads, I should return to Herc Adwald in Gorhart. He will want to know what has happened. What do you mean? So, the whole point is to heal this girl, isn't it? Or have we gotten past that point now? Maybe... I don't remember seeing him nursing anyone. Did we give him the potion? We must have given him the potion. I'm going to be the first to admit that I'm probably not keeping a close eye on what's actually going on in this fucking story, but seriously. Alright, the greater healing potion has been given to him. Okay, so now we're past the point of healing the woman. Now we're just trying to move on from here. I don't know why we have to be involved in informing this guy about what's happened, and I don't know how that's going to really progress anything, but I suppose we'll just have to find out. I know some of you may be slightly impatient, because I know some of you might actually be following the story, and you're having to hear me expressing a complete lack of understanding when it comes to the story that I'm following. Well, following. In terms of the game itself, yes, I'm following the story, but in terms of paying attention, I'm not following at all. Not at all. For better or for worse. Oh, it's this guy. I don't know where he's headed, but he's actually making a bit of... Well, he's covering a lot of ground, from what I can tell. But choosing to go in circles. Don't bother me, okay? Well, I won't. incidentally, I'm not that interested in you. Alright, we're returning to Goreheart, apparently. Would like to warp there. Do I really not have that option? I seriously do remember warping before. Why can't I do that now? Jesus Christ, world map. There's lots of places to go around here. Didn't realize it. Whoa! Fucking hell. Okay. Apparently, there are many places to go in this game. I wouldn't know personally, because I did not play much of this game when it came out. I deemed it to be beneath my standard. And whether or not that was a fair assessment is something that remains to be seen. But for the moment, it's... yeah, I can see why I didn't feel like it was worth playing at the time. I can see that. Alright, so we are speaking to the same fellow that we were speaking with before. The person that we gave the potion to. We have been very helpful in delivering this message, I would imagine. So I expect him to welcome this with a large helping of gratitude.
I was so worried that the Fae had taken out the revenge on you. As usual, I was wrong. The Fae has recovered, thanks to your potion. In fact, she wishes to stay in the village for the next several weeks as she recovers.
Okay.
Goreheart will be a new community, a place of compassion.
Well, it's great when you're...
thanks to you.
when you are emoting about something and then you literally slip out of the frame while your eye drifts
Bye now.
unnervingly. What's going on? Is there is there anything else? I think I might have just completed that side quest and that's all done now. Okay. Well, apparently, yeah, I really wasn't following what was going on because I don't see how any of that is going to change the sentiment within the community towards the Fae. I don't really see how that's going to happen. And quite frankly, I don't know categorically whether or not there is a negative sentiment, generally speaking, toward the Fae in this village, because I did hear one person talking about it, but that doesn't necessarily represent the entire community of Goreheart. So, who knows?
I'm sorry. Did you say something? I'm a bit lost in thought.
Hey.
Today could be the day, you know? Camden.
No, I don't.
The next one to round that corner.
Camden. That is a place, not a person, but fine. Camden.
He is my husband. Although we were together for only one night before he marched. His militia fights under the banner of General Finn. We had
There you go.
one night together. And then he departed for 3 long years. He will return. My husband.
General Finn, is his first name Huckleberry? I'll find him, I guess. I'm not interested. I'm always interested.
You much in return, but what I have is yours.
Aha!
All of our army
Is that right? What you have is mine.
and all my pleas for help.
I'll take your dignity first,
You might find something
and then we'll see what's left.
that is
And
my
I'll take that as my own,
Of course,
in addition to
years ago.
what I've already taken.
Thank you for your kindness. I will be waiting here for news.
Okay.
Farewell.
Enjoy life as you know it, my dear. For things will change quite drastically upon my return. You're going to feel lower than the lowest gnat on the surface of a cow's rear. Gnats do not sit upon the surface of a cow's rear. Anyway, at any rate, I'm just trying to say that you know what I'm getting at. So, we have... Oh, I see. Must be in this direction. Yes, more undiscovered territory. How the hell I get there, I couldn't say. Well, I can say. I can assume that we take this route and then go down and then undiscovered stuff, undiscovered things, and then we get there. So, whether or not it would be advisable to do the main quest before continuing further with this particular side quest is a question worth asking. Oh. What's going on? Oh, this is apparently a main quest. I think. Unless it's not. Oh no, for some reason we accepted a quest from Gisela. Presumably. But this was automatically selected instead. Okay. Let's find out what's happening at Homecoming. Maybe the objective is not as far as... Oh no, it's still in uncharted territory. Very well. So, we've got 5 minutes until the end of this recording, so... I don't know. I guess I'll look for more people to accept quests from. How about that? Nothing wrong with that. Let's speak to the flower-sniffing freak over here. Sister Zelda.
Have you come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to every village. It's on every tongue. We are so close.
Yeah, she's definitely on an accelerant of some kind.
And once it relents, all others will follow in its wake. The tome will be ours.
Well, that's lovely. What
Father
news?
Dinwell is denying that women can be ordained as members of the Order of Mitharu.
Oh no.
Scripture to the contrary.
Oh dear.
Know that they've got the proof in their
Misogynistic,
record,
bloody
ancient ordination tome,
cur.
but they've never let me close enough to get a glance. All are welcome into Mitharu's embrace. Ha! The hypocrites.
Well, what are you still doing? Like, engaging with this religion and accepting its leaders.
Don't commit any crimes on my account. Of course, if Mitharu compels you to see justice done, then I won't stand in your way.
Okay. So, I don't know really what's going on. What I do know is that she takes issue with some father within her. Creed. I'm not sure. So we've got members only. Order of Mitharu. Sure. In the reliquary, there is apparently an objective relating to the side quest, so we'll go and have a look. There's a few more question, or rather exclamation marks here. What's going on? Oh, Father Dinwell. No, actually. Let's browse Brother Till's collection. Apparently that, what? This locked bookshelf houses the collection of Brother Till, the late scripture master of St. Odwig's perpetual mission. From the looks of the titles on the remaining books, Till's literary interests tended toward the lewd and lascivious. Oh. Well, this changes everything. You may retrieve all of the missing volumes and return them to Till's collection for a reward. Well, I may retrieve them, but I'm not going to make any undertaking that they shall be returned. I may have to inspect them. And inspect them for so long that they will not actually return to whence they originated. Yes, we'll accept. Long overdue. Well, quite frankly, I think finding a task of this quality was long overdue in this bloody game. Lewd writings. Just what I was waiting for. Get some fucking quality in this game. It's about time. Crude iron daggers. The Knight. Yeah, the Knight. Very good. At any rate, I think that will conclude this recording. We are... No! Last I checked it was 1:55. And that felt like 10 minutes ago, but it's now 1:58. Bordering upon 1:59, so that's just... Fucking hell. Anyway. Rather than doing that task now, we'll just wait. We'll hold on. I'm sure we can hold on. So there's another exclamation mark over here. Let's have a look. Good day, what's your name? Brother Delph.
I was reading this letter and is there anything I never thought it would happen. They're coming. Even with everything else going on in this village, the Red Legion is coming for me.
I'm sorry to hear that. What does the Red Legion want?
I was not always the pious man you see.
Sounded like I said the Red Legion, which is rather different. But
A raider in the dreaded Red Legion, a gang of the notorious bandit Red the Dead Idward. But plunder could not sustain me.
I wanted something more. Several of us faked our deaths and deserted, always knowing that Red might track us down. And now,
You shorten it to
it's all
Red.
here in Red's letter.
That's just
He
bad.
demands we satisfy the blood right.
Red will track in Red's letter. That's so bad.
Only if I
Shortening it to Red.
deserted with me. But I can't.
That is not even close to being intimidating. That's just silly. Red. Red. Red are coming. No, just call it the Red Legion. At least the word Legion gives it some sort of intimidation factor, but just calling it Red. Fuck off. Absolutely fuck off. It almost... I feel so disinterested hearing you shorten it to Red that I almost don't even want to take on the quest, but I'll take it on.
I
Sure.
only hope Ugnar and Itrin will forgive me.
Ugnar.
Warheart Village,
Is he the guy who invented Ugg boots? Ugnar.
still struggling with his demons.
Why are you also lazy-eyed?
Fear they will likely come for me.
Honestly, this game.
When it's finished, take their daggers and bring them to Red Edward. He will demand proof. Take mine to start. Good luck, my friend. May Mitharu bless you.
Mithara can fuck off. I received a Red Legion dagger.
Mitharu
What am I supposed to infiltrate them? I don't really know what's going on. I won't steal from his chest, and I won't steal from the footlocker. That's a big footlocker. Yeah, I would say that fun times await, is what I would say. What's going on? Here we go. Oh. I suppose we need to loot this tome in order to progress this quest. Let's do so. Well, 0% chance of not getting it, so that's 100%. I'm already returning to Sister Zelda. Is that the extent of this quest? Is that all I needed to do? Fuck me. Probably not, but if that is all I need to do, then that's pretty funny. Hello.
Great Mitharu, you found the ordination tome. I'd give a sack of gold to see the look on Father Dinwell's face. He will no longer be able to deny my entrance to the order. Mitharu does embrace all.
Okay.
I won't need
There are a lot of things that I could say, but it's all so self-explanatory and such a low-hanging fruit that I'm not going to bother.
remember you in my prayers.
I suppose one thing I can say is that I would prefer to see you frowning than smiling because you're quite unpleasant to the eye when you smile. We received something, or I don't know. Well, at least that's been done. It's another quest under our belt. We've completed 5 quests now. Hallelujah. Literally hallelujah. We just assisted this lady in her
We fight for
faith-based endeavors. Yeah. That's about all I feel like doing right now, that's for certain. We're going to manually save, because I don't trust the auto-saves in this game. I did for a time, but I no longer do. I thank you all for watching. I will try to record this game more regularly than I have been. I think you'll understand that I do need a little bit of a break from this game when I do play it. Yes, it's entertaining in a way, but it's also slightly frustrating, and depending on my mood, it's impossible for me to bring myself to play it. If I'm in the right mood, then sure, but if I'm not, no way. I will not bring myself to play it on the basis that I haven't recorded it recently. That alone is not enough to get me here. I have to be in the mood, so... What that means is that it's just naturally going to be an infrequent series, an infrequently recorded series, but I'll try to do better anyway. If I think about it more, maybe I will touch upon moments where I want to play it more often, so we'll see how we go. At any rate, I will bid you all farewell for the moment, and I'll see you next time I'm recording Kingdoms of Amalur. Hope you enjoyed this recording, and yeah, get ready for more side quests next time, because I'm not ready for main quests just yet. Goodbye for now.